The Four Corners Whiparound. Whiparound. We check on future Big 12 opponents and rivals from the Four Corners.
Welcome back into First and 12. It's time to take a look around the Four Corners. The upcoming Big 12 members joining in 2024. We've been keeping a pulse all football season of what these teams have been up to. And First and 12 is brought to you by Macy's Grocery Store. Macy's, get the freshest fruits and vegetables from local farms and your favorite local brands. Macy's Happy Shopping. We saw two games between these four-corner teams. They were rivalry games. I guess Utah, Colorado. Is that still a rivalry going into the Big 12? Who knows?
Look, I've always told you, I mean, no one really embraced it, but I tried to make it the Rocky Mountain Oyster Cup, and nobody did it. So,
That's
I mean,
right,
look,
the Rocky Mountain Oyster.
The Rocky Mountain Oyster Cup. And I'll tell you what, it will never be a rivalry game ever again. Colorado's like looking around going, who wants to be our rival? It's like Texas Tech, I guess we will. I don't know. Whatever you want, man, when they get into the Big 12. I will tell you, though, that Colorado-Utah game, I've never seen a team.
Utes win 23-17, by the way.
Yeah.
Utes get it done.
They get it done, 23-17. I've never seen a team, Utah, I've never seen a team this beaten down by injuries. I know we say that in the injury bug and blah, blah, blah. It is crazy, Mitch, the amount of people that they've been out. And then to have the flu bug hit them this week. Cal Whittingham talked about it. I got him text earlier this week from a person that I know that's pretty close to the program, and he goes, dude, I think you might see fifth-string quarterback Luke Batari this week. And I went, I'm ignoring this guy the rest of the time because I'm not going to fall for any of this crap. And this was like on a Wednesday. This was on Wednesday, dude. They're like, yeah, Luke Batari's probably going to start. And I'm like, I'm going to unfollow this cat. Like, I'm all, hey, lose my phone number. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, dude, I'm telling you. And I was like, I'm not going to say that on the air, right? And then by the time Friday rolled around, we were just all going with the reports. Not just that. They even said Bryson Barnes not going to play, Luke Batari, and then that Nate Johnson has likely left the program. Now, I don't think he's quit the program like people were saying. I think that he also got sick this week but he ghosted us on our weekly get together we usually have with him, and he didn't show up for it, and we were bummed about it. But maybe he'll come on this week before he totally goes out of town. I can't imagine that he's going to be. I mean, he's going to hit the portal, right? I mean, those are the reports. So you're going through all those things. Plus, I think it was 11 guys that are now out for the season injury-wise. That's crazy. That is a weird thing to put up with. And so I think 8-4 and beating Colorado is about as good of an ending as a season you could get with Kyle Whittingham, even if it was a dog of a game to watch. It's like Kyle Whittingham knew, I can put a fifth-string quarterback out there. He'll run for a couple touchdowns. He'll be the poor man's Cam Rising with that long hair. He'll run in a couple times, a couple scores for himself, and Luke Batari gets a career win after his first career start. So good for him. That's a memory to have for the rest of your life, man.
Colorado closes the season out on a 6-game skid. Shedeur Sanders did not play. Ryan Stubb, he was the quarterback for the Buffs. This Colorado team, they made progress this year as a program, but far cry from the 3-1 start that they had, and the talk of the nation. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm very curious to see how big of a flip, Dion, Coach Prime tries to take on once again with this roster. Does he maintain anyone, or is he just going to flip it and overhaul it again? I'm very curious to see how Colorado operates this offseason, because he's
not going to have a choice. He's not going to have a choice, right? I mean, you're going to have a bunch of dudes leave again. That's what's going to happen.
I feel like that's what's going to be.
Garbage. That culture is terrible. And you know what? He brought in some flash, and it lasted about 2 seconds. But it'll be crazy to see if they can try to turn something back around again. What's wild is I think you're going to see 1 million people hit the transfer portal from BYU as well, and they're going to have to really build a team the way they probably don't want to, which is out of a lot more transfer portal guys than they probably were planning on.
I agree, and I think that BYU is going to be in a spot where they ideally would like to have some roster retention, but at the same time, you got to get results, and that's what kind of being in a conference like the Big 12, you see your glaring weaknesses, and you can have a chance to address them potentially in the portal. A team that's trending up and had an outside shot to get to the Pac-12 title game if Washington State would have taken down Washington. That's Arizona. Man, what a strong finish by Jed Fish in this program. They take down Arizona State in the Territorial Cup, 59-23. Wildcats finished the season 8-4. What a year for Jed Fish. 2 years ago, Alex, this was a program when they faced BYU in Vegas. They were just coming off a winless season. They were rock bottom in college football. This is an incredible turn of events for the Wildcats.
My favorite thing. So did you see Noah Fafita's numbers on this game?
Oh,
Arizona
huge.
record, 30 for 41 on the day, 527 yards passing, 5 touchdowns through the air. My favorite thing is when people go, "Can't Kalani get the Polynesian pipeline going and get Noah Fafita up here to Provo?" I'm like, you guys are insane. You guys are insane. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be a part of your world. Please forget about it. But I will tell you, people look at that kind of stuff and they go, but there's that jealous part of you that goes, how do they bring a freshman in who was the backup and he throws for 527 yards and basically he's going to be, by the end of it, maybe one of the better quarterbacks in the history of Arizona. I mean, really, that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see this Arizona team next year fighting for a chance to be in that Big 12 championship game, their first year in the conference.
Off the top of my head, I mean, you think Arizona quarterbacks. Well, you got Ortiz Jenkins, that flip at Montlake. You got you've got Willie Tuitama, who faced BYU. Oh my goodness! And they had obviously Nick Foles, but yes, I mean Noah Fafita's a freshman, and that dude, his first real action was against Washington, and we thought in the moment, what the heck's wrong with Washington? They're barely beating Arizona? No, like Noah Fafita was a stud, and they almost took down USC. They should have done that, but Noah Fafita's almost got 2,000 yards in basically 8 games. He's been just brilliant, and you look at the best Big 12 quarterbacks for 2024, I might put him at the top. Knee-jerk reaction here in the moment. I might have him at a minimum, like no lower than 3. I don't think of many quarterbacks in this league that are better than him. I might put him at number 1 next to, and Cam Rising's up there too.
Bro, you forgot all-time Arizona great Khalil Tate. So I think you should apologize to the audience.
SI cover Khalil Tate.
Talk about a flop, dude. My heavens. All right. There's your Four Corners whip around. Man,
see, Arizona fans, we know your program. Ortiz Jenkins, Montlake flip. We know it. We're ready. We're in midseason form, baby.
Give me some Khalil Tate. Hey, did Jed Fish retain Kevin Sumlin? Is he still around? Get that guy coaching again. My heavens.
That's right.
Think about how bad that program was even just 3 or 4 years ago, and here they are now. We'll come back. When we return, we've got ourselves a little bit. We usually have a look ahead on the schedule for the Big 12. The look ahead is this Big 12 championship game. Texas, Oklahoma State will have a early look at what this one can add up to be between the Cowboys and the Longhorns. Stay right here with us. It is First and 12 right here on KSL News Radio every Sunday, and also on KSL or on the KSL Sports Zone, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. We'll come back. Mitch Harper, Alex Kirry, back right around the corner. Stay with us.